To Kill a Mockingbird, by Harper Lee is a Pulitzer Prize-winning novel that has become a beloved classic of American literature. Set in the fictional town of Macomb, Alabama, during the 1930s, the novel explores themes of racial injustice, prejudice, and the loss of innocence. The story is narrated by Scout Finch, a young girl who lives in Macomb with her older brother Jem and their father, Atticus Finch. Atticus is a widower and a lawyer who is well respected in the community for his fairness and integrity. As the novel begins, Scout and Jem are fascinated by their mysterious neighbor, Arthur "Boo" Radley. Boo is rumored to be a dangerous and reclusive figure who has not been seen in public for many years. Scout and Jem are both curious and afraid of Boo, and they become obsessed with trying to see him. The novel's main plot revolves around Atticus's defense of Tom Robinson, a black man who has been accused of raping a white woman. Despite overwhelming evidence of Tom's innocence, the all-white jury finds him guilty and he is sentenced to death. Atticus is devastated by the verdict but resolves to continue fighting for justice. As the trial progresses, Scout and Jem are exposed to the harsh realities of racism and prejudice for the first time. They witness the cruelty and hatred of the white townspeople towards Tom and his family, and they struggle to make sense of the injustice they see around them. Throughout the novel, Scout and Jem learn important lessons about morality, justice, and the importance of empathy and understanding. They are also influenced by their relationship with Boo Radley, who turns out to be a kind and gentle soul who has been misunderstood by the town. One of the key themes of the novel is the idea of innocence, and how it can be lost or preserved in the face of cruelty and injustice. Scout and Jem are both young and innocent at the beginning of the novel, but they are quickly forced to confront the realities of racism and hatred. Their father, Atticus, tries to shield them from the worst of it, but he also recognizes that they need to understand the world they live in if they are to become responsible adults. Atticus is a complex and nuanced character, who embodies the values of fairness and integrity that the novel champions. He is not a perfect father, but he is a good one, and his relationship with his children is one of the highlights of the novel. Atticus is also a symbol of hope and possibility in a world that is often cruel and unjust. Another important theme of the novel is the idea of prejudice, and how it can blind people to the truth. The white townspeople in Macomb are deeply prejudiced against black people, and this prejudice leads them to ignore the evidence of Tom's innocence and condemn him to death. The novel shows how prejudice can warp people's perceptions and lead them to commit acts of cruelty and injustice. To Kill a Mockingbird is also a coming-of-age story, as Scout and Jem both grow and learn throughout the course of the novel. They are influenced by the people around them, particularly their father and their neighbor Boo Radley, and they come to understand the complexities of the world they live in. The novel's ending is both tragic and hopeful, as Scout and Jem are forced to confront the reality of Tom's death and the ongoing injustice of the world they live in. But they are also able to find some measure of hope and goodness in the people around them, and they come away from their experiences with a deeper understanding of themselves and the world. In conclusion, To Kill a Mockingbird is a powerful and thought-provoking novel that explores important themes such as racism, injustice,